Alright, this video is just going to be another example of derivatives involving trig functions. And if you remember from trig, there was this thing called the double angle. But say that we want to take the derivative, we're just going to say f of x is equal to the sine of, let's just say, pi over 6 plus pi over 3. Alright, so that it seems like it might be pretty straightforward, but if you remember whenever you have a double angle, that is actually going to be the let's just say this is going to be alpha, and that's going to be your beta as far as angles. Well, with the double angle, you're going to have the sine of alpha times the cosine of beta plus the cosine of alpha times the sine of your beta. And so, as you can tell, we're going to end up with two product rules being added together once we go to take the derivative of that. So say we want to take that derivative, so we're going to have f prime is going to be equal to the sine of pi over 6 times the cosine of pi over 3 prime plus the cosine of pi over 6 plus, times the sine of pi over 3 prime. Alright, so now it's like, whoa, what just happened? Alright, well, anyway, the product rule is going to be the first, and this is probably going to get pretty messy here, but it's going to be the first, or we just do it this way. It'll be the derivative of the first, which is cosine. The derivative of sine is cosine of pi over 6 times the second plus derivative of the second, which is negative sine of pi over 3 times the first and that was going to be plus the derivative of the first, so we're going to have negative sine pi over 6 times the second plus the derivative of the second, which is cosine times the first. Which is cosine of pi over 6. It's getting pretty sloppy. Alright, so anyway, the cosine of pi over 6 is going to be the square root of 3 over 2 times cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2 plus it's the sine of pi over 3. Let's see, we do it like this. Alright, so it's going to be plus the sine of pi over 3 is the square root of 3 over 2 times 1/2. Alright, so those are going to be multiplied together and added. And so then we just said the sine of pi over 6 is 1/2, and that's negative, so we're going to have negative 1/2 times sine of pi over 3 is the square root of 3 over 2. That's going to be plus the cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2 times cosine of pi over 6 is the square root of 3 over 2. Alright, so now this is what we're going to be taking over to the next slide, which I'll do real quick. Alright, so there's where we left off at. So we go through and multiply that out, and we're going to get the square root of 3 over 4 plus we're going to have plus and negative, so that's just going to be minus the square root of 3 over 4. It's going to be plus. We're going to have a negative square root of 3 over 4 from right here. It's going to be plus a square root of 3 over 4. And as you can see, those are going to cancel, and those are going to cancel. So actually, we're just going to be left with the big fat 0. And the derivative of the sine of pi over 6 plus pi over 3 is just equal to 0. But that's because we actually went through and did the double angle formula where it's on the previous slide on back a little bit. But there you go.